darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? You know what it is? They're always calling me. Every single time they're always calling me. That's Ula's office over there, and he does his thing, but we talk back and forth. Anyway, for those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you guys are so very welcome to the show. Today we're talking about what? We're talking about Ozempic, the new Hollywood diet drug loops that's not meant for Hollywood. It's meant for type 2 diabetes. But guess what? It's also an aid in losing weight. The drug costs about what, $900 for a month intake, I think, and everybody's losing weight. First up, Kim Kardashian and Khloe. I tell you, I just saw them today, and they said, oh, you guys are looking hungry. Somebody said Ozempic has been around for like a hot minute, and everybody, even, what does she call herself? She's on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's Paris Hilton's auntie. They said, are you also on Ozempic? When I tell you, this is what is going on, and I said, let me come here and let's talk about it. And also, my darlings, it apparently is going to be in the UK sooner than later. So, as I've already explained, Ozempic is a drug to control your sugar levels, and it is also being used to lose weight. I have a couple of articles here that I'm going to pop up for you, and I'm just going to read a couple of headlines so that you can see what we are working with. Okay, my darlings? First up, here we go. Apple News, the Ozempic face. They said, you know what, when you take Ozempic, then your face starts to look very dry. It's not as fabulous as mine. You begin to look kind of dry. And it says Ozempic is a hot topic right now. It really is. I think it started to trend on TikTok. Yeah. And it's an injectable drug that was originally intended to treat type 2 diabetes. And there's also controversy about, if you stop using the drug, you're not only going to gain the weight, you are going to gain even more weight than you originally had. It says here why Ozempic weight loss could cost you thousands in plastic surgery bills. And it tells you here that you can lose weight after 6 months on the drug. So here's a little story. It says, last fall, Ala started using Ozempic to lose weight. After 6 months on the drug, the 55-year-old had dropped 55 pounds from her 5'4" frame. Her body looked 10 years younger, but her face had aged a decade. My face really started to sag, she told the Post, of experimenting with the diabetes drug that Americans across the country have been using off-label to shed pounds fast. I noticed more wrinkles, especially in my cheeks and sides of my face, continued Ala, who lives in New Jersey and declined to share her last name for privacy reasons. If I looked in the mirror from the side, my face looked flat, like it hung with no actual structure or characteristics of myself. Ala's doctor had prescribed Ozempic after her initial weight gain had caused her to develop type 2 diabetes. While the semi-glued drug retails for about $900 for a 1.5 millimeter pen and lasts for 1 month, Ala's prescription was covered by insurance, but she still spent $4,500 on 3 rounds of the injectables filler Sculptra and 2 rounds of Restylane Lift, another type of filler, to add a little lift to her cheeks, as well as the filler Renaissance to smooth out her wrinkled smile lines. So this is what Ozempic is. It's an injectable pen, and for me it just reminds me of like an IVF pen, because that's what you do when you're doing IVF. You have to inject yourself, and from what I can see, you inject it into the tummy, and apparently you're feeling fuller longer, so you're not eating as much. I even saw Anthony Anderson talking about it, saying, guys, it's becoming scarce for those of us that do have type 2 diabetes, but I must say that if you are overweight, then you should be able to have access to this so that you don't develop type 2 diabetes. Having said that, I know Hollywood is going to the extreme. I cannot say if Kim or Chloe are using the drug. But when I saw the drastic change with Kimmy, I said, I know this is not all Pilates, this is not all diet, this is not all exercise, this is not all getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning and working out. But remember, Kim's got schemes, so she's got to look fabulous at all times. Moving along to the next article. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of articles for you guys. Hollywood's magic jab could soon be available in the UK. It's the worst kept secret in Hollywood. And it goes on to talk about how celebrities are using it to lose weight. And so if you see some celebrities in the UK that had fuller figures, and all of a sudden they're looking skinnier than skinnier, then you know what they're using. What do I think? I don't have any say in this. I cannot judge anybody. You know what you're working with. That's all that I can say. Because we also have the gastric bypass, which can be very extreme. So if that can replace this, of course, again, for serious health issues, then it really depends on you. It depends on you. There are a lot of people that have struggled with weight. They've not been able to lose the weight despite the fact that they have exercised and they've found different plans and different lifestyles. It's entirely on you. I am just here to report the news. And they say, what exactly is a semaglutide drug? Adults with type 2 diabetes use the once-weekly medicine to help improve blood sugar and limit the risk of major cardiovascular events. Ozempic apparently represses appetite, causing people to lose weight, and it's reported that users shed an average of 16% of their body weight over a year. How do celebrities use it? Ooh. Listen to this. It's rumored that Kim Kardashian used semaglutide to lose 16 pounds to fit into a Marilyn Monroe dress that she wore at the Met Gala, and the drugs labeled the worst kept secret in Hollywood. Taking Ozempic is apparently standard practice for celebrities before attending large celebrity events. Elon Musk has been open about using the drug. The American comedian Chelsea Handler told the Call Her Daddy podcast that she was unknowingly prescribed the drug by her anti-aging doctor, who she says just hands it out to anybody. Well, if you got $900, I guess so. So yes, my darlings, this is what we are working with. Ozempic is the new. The next article, BuzzFeed, says these celebrities have spoken out about Ozempic and other drugs used for weight loss, including a few who said they've taken them. Chelsea Handler, Remy Bader, and Elon Musk are among the celebrities who have shared their thoughts about it. Semaglutide, the injectable drug sold under brand names like Ozempic and Wegovy, has apparently become popular with an unintended crowd. Celebrities looking to dramatically lose weight. This is a big problem for people with type 2 diabetes who use Ozempic to manage their blood sugar and reduce their risk of heart problems and other complications. The FDA first approved semaglutide in 2017 for type 2 diabetes, and again in 2021 under the brand named Wegovy. It was approved for chronic weight management in adults with obesity or overweight with at least one weight-related condition, hence high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, so on and so forth. However, the popularity of the drug to lose just a few pounds by people who wouldn't normally be candidates for the treatment has led to a shortage, making it difficult for some who need semaglutide to access it. While only a few celebrities say they've taken Ozempic or Wegovy, many have shared their opinions, including several who've denied taking them. Here are the celebrities who have spoken out publicly about the trend. We have Chelsea Handler talking about it. We have Remy Bader. I saw her the other day. That is absolutely true. I saw her the other day and she said, I knew it. I knew it. The second I stopped, I gained the weight back. She's a pretty plus size model. And I've seen her on Instagram. Elon Musk also came out and said, this is what I'm working with. It is what it is. And then we have the beautiful Khloe Kardashian looking fabulous. Kylie Richards, also suspect. Rosie O'Donnell, suspect. Yup. She's out here telling all the tea. And this is what we got, my darling. And Andy Cohen also talked about celebrities using Ozempic to lose weight.
These days, it's the talk of TikTok.
I just start dropping pounds left and right.
The topic Ozempic has over 300 million views.
Being on this medication has helped me tremendously with my health.
With scores of users crediting the drug for their weight loss success. Ozempic is a drug you inject that's meant to improve blood sugar and help manage type 2 diabetes. But because one of the side effects is weight loss, many are using it off-label, a trend that may have started in Hollywood. Talk show host Andy Cohen even recently tweeting, "Everyone is suddenly showing up 25 pounds lighter. What happens when they stop taking Ozempic?" Since Ozempic's gone viral on social media, some doctors like Nancy Ranama say they've been flooded with inquiries.
It's become something very hot and heavy in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills.
Ozempic's active ingredient, semaglutide, works by making you feel full longer. Doctors say it's similar to Wegovy, which has been approved for weight loss by the FDA and is produced by the same manufacturer, Novo Nordisk. When we asked the company about people using Ozempic to lose weight, it responded in a statement writing in part, "We do not promote, suggest, or encourage off-label use of our medicines." The company adding Ozempic and Wegovy are not interchangeable. However, the FDA tells NBC News healthcare professionals can choose to prescribe drugs off-label when medically appropriate. Anna McKenna has documented her 45-pound weight loss journey with Ozempic on YouTube.
Interestingly enough, it has been my easiest weight loss attempt and my most successful.
She agrees that Ozempic isn't a magic pill, adding her side effects have included headaches and fatigue, a price some may be willing to pay for weight loss.
And speaking of price, according to the drug maker's website, Ozempic can cost about $900 a month. That wouldn't be covered by insurance if you're using it for off-label uses. The company also admits that because of the demand and supply chain issues, they are having trouble in some cases, and some diabetics have not been able to get those prescriptions, guys.
All right, Kristen, thank you. And join us now with more insight, NBC News medical contributor Dr. Natalie Azar. Dr. Azar, good morning. So a lot of people talking about it on social media. Is it safe? Is there any downside, assuming you can afford it, to taking something like this?
Well, so first of all, let's just set the framework again off of Kristen's piece. This is for type 2 diabetes. We're talking about Ozempic. For type 2 diabetes, it regulates your blood sugar, but it also targets that area in the brain that sends the signal of feeling full or not, right? So it's definitely helpful for weight loss. And importantly, for type 2 diabetics, it can also reduce the risk of cardiovascular events. But here's the thing. It's expensive, right? We said $900 a month. Experts say that you would need to take the medicine kind of indefinitely because once you stop it, you theoretically can regain all of that weight. That's key. You mentioned side effects. There are side effects that can be associated with it. They include nausea, vomiting, but also more serious things like pancreatitis, acute kidney injury, gallbladder problems. So it's not without potential risks.
So do you think, I mean, if you had a friend who said, look, I'm thinking about using this, I just want to drop 25 pounds, do you think it's safe enough to say, well, it's not going to harm you. You can go ahead and do it?
Well, here's the thing. It can potentially harm you, right? And this gets into the whole topic of using a drug off-label.
Right.
The FDA studied this drug and its sister drug, Wegovy. There's another drug. It's the same, active ingredient, but Wegovy is marketed actually for weight loss for people who are obese or overweight who have one health-related condition like hypertension or high cholesterol. But the FDA studies the drug in that population. The FDA hasn't studied the drug in people who aren't diabetic or overweight.
So for the Wegovy thing, like that is for weight loss, but is it the notion that, well, whatever risks that you mentioned are outweighed by the risks of obesity and those kind of health issues?
Exactly. And of course, like anytime, you know, the big issue here is how are folks getting this drug, right? I mean, if you're not diabetic and you're not obese, how are you actually accessing this? And that's important because
how are they?
Yes, well, I mean, we were just talking about this. There's websites and, you know, and obviously some people are obtaining prescriptions, you know, inappropriately. Anytime you prescribe, and we do this, I do this in rheumatology, we do prescribe medications off label, but there has to be shared decision making and the patient, you know, has to understand that potential risks can happen at the discretion of the provider.
And I think your point about how it only lasts for as long as you take it is kind of a big thing. Like once you stop it, you put the weight back on?
Potentially, and then experts say even you could gain even more because remember, it's regulating insulin secretion and it's affecting hormones. It's not necessarily something that's going to reset you for life. And remember, with Ozempic, I think the average weight loss was about 14 pounds. With Wegovy, it's higher. It's about like 15% of your body weight. But again, for people who need this medically managed weight loss, it is a wonderful tool in the toolbox. But the shortages are real, partially supply, but how much of this is playing into it? The FDA has both Wegovy and Ozempic on the list of in short supply drugs at the moment.
Okay. All right. Good information, Dr. Azar. Thank you so much.
I cannot judge. That is what it is, my darling. Ozempic is the new hot thing to lose weight, and your weight will not change permanently if you don't change your lifestyle. If you do it for a certain period of time, I guess, you'll lose the weight. You'll get old face, so you'll get wrinkles in your cheeks. So all of this will change. So it really depends on what you're working with. And if you have high blood pressure and you have, you know, type 2 diabetes, then of course you need it. But it's also caused by, you know, extreme weight gain. It's an injectable, $900. It's not available in the UK yet. So I'll be keeping an eye. And that's what it is. That's all that you need to know about Ozempic. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Let's get it popping in the comment section. And you guys let me know. What do you think about this Ozempic doodah? It's the latest thing, you know. And it's interesting how you can get access to it. But it's expensive. I don't have that kind of money. No. But it's expensive. $900? Whoosh. Yeah, that's a check. All right, my darlings, I live for you guys, and I will see you I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love. Mwah.